Hey everyone. So we're gonna do something a little different tonight. I'll wait a minute for some people to hop on. I apologize for a second, it's gonna be a little shaky while I invite a few people. Feel free to invite your friends, share this video, I would love that. I know I've had some people ask me how I've made my paintings, so feel free to share, take some notes, ask questions. I'm happy to share, guys. Okay, there we go. That should be good. Hey Erin, hey Judy. All right, guys, so I'm actually going to paint over a painting that I had done. I really liked it at the time. Hey Bethany. At the time that I did it when it was still wet, but then it dried and it wasn't as fun as when it was wet. So we're painting over it. Hey Brandy. I've got, seriously, my house is full of my paintings. I need to start selling them. I need to make space for new ones. So if you guys are interested in any of my paintings, I do have a photo album on my personal profile, just called Kylie's Creations or Creations by Kylie, with any of my paintings. And I don't have prices on them. It's honestly, make an offer. That's it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I use a bunch of different products, but it's all acrylic painting. So we've got our acrylic paints, and then my base is gonna be white, okay? And then we mix it with Floetrol, which is a paint conditioner. It just helps, basically, it helps it level, is the best way to describe it. Helps level the paint and smooths it out, provided there's no clumps in your Floetrol. I will add water to my mixture too, to make sure that it's nice and thin enough that it's like runny ice cream, you know, that kind of texture, it's consistency. One of the fun things too is I'm adding silicone to my paint. Not my base paint, but my other paints have silicone in it, and it causes these fun little cells. Let me see. This painting here, which I need to actually get sent up. This was a donation piece, so I need to send. But you see all those fun little cells? That is created by the silicone. Mostly by the silicone. Alright. So, paint, water, Floetrol, a little bit of silicone, just a couple of drops, guys. Hey Amy. And then at the end, once I get it poured, we're gonna torch it. That just helps pop the bubbles, increases the cells. It just creates some fun stuff. So let me grab some gloves. Hang on, guys. Thought I had everything ready, prepared, and I did not. So here we go. Hey Michelle, hey Judy. We're changing it up tonight, doing something a little different. I've never gone live doing one of my paintings, so this will be kind of fun. I'm gonna turn the camera now so y'all can see. I can't see the comments, so I'll take a look afterwards. So please feel free, ask questions, comment. I will answer afterwards. Okay. That way you guys can see the whole table here. Okay, so I'm gonna start by putting my white base paint down, okay? I'm really hoping I have enough white paint. We shall see. I haven't done a lot of these bigger paintings, so trying to gauge how much paint I need for my base is always a bit of a challenge. So my husband has been bugging me to try and perfect my process for what's called a Dutch pour. So basically you have your base paint covering your whole painting, and then you put your colored paints that you want. I can see that I've got some clumps in here that we are gonna get out. Anyways, what was I saying? Squirrel. Okay. Basically, what was I saying? You get your base paint down, and then you pour, make little puddles or lines, however you want to do it, with your other colors. And then you're going to flood it with, hey Cassidy, you're going to flood it with your base paint again. And then you're going to take a blow dryer and blow over it. You're going to kind of blow your base paint over the top of your colors. And then, blow your base paint over your colors, and then you're going to blow back the other direction. And it creates a really fun, hey Morgan, really fun look, effect. I did one that turned out really cool, and then I kept messing with it and lost the cool effect. So I will eventually paint over that one too. But most of the paintings that I've done, I like the end result, so I haven't painted over them like I'm doing with this one. But that's the fun part with this painting, is you don't have a ton of control. It's all kind of a mystery, honestly, to see how it's going to look at the end, you know? Once it dries, especially, because it can totally change. I really liked one time when it was wet, when it was first done, and then as it was drying, these black cells kept popping up, and it totally changed the look of the painting, but I still really liked it. You just never know how it's truly going to turn out. Okay. So I'm just going to take my little torch a little bit and pop some of these bubbles. And get rid of all of her hair on my painting. We don't want that. Alright guys, so I'm going to put a little bit more of my white base. Okay. Yeah, I knew I should have made 3 cups of white, but oh well. We will make it work, guys. You know, I don't usually paint with my gloves on. I'm bad. But tonight I figured I'm going to be a good example and wear my gloves, because you can develop an allergy to acrylics. The lady that I took a class from, when I very first started, we went to an art night at a brewery down in Dallas, and they had a little art class. And that's where I first learned how to do this. And she's like, yeah, I have to wear gloves because I've developed an allergy to it. Hey, Candina. All right, guys. So these are the fun colors that I'm using today. Green, what does it say? Green yellow. This one here is called Rouge. Brilliant blue. Copper. Love the copper with these. Some old gold. And then this one here is a Ready Pour paint. It might be a little bit thicker than the rest of these, but we're still going to use it. This one is basically, this one's a turquoise color. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. What color do I want to start with? Let's go ahead and start with blue. And I think what I'm going to do is one blowout over here, and then I think I'm going to do like a line over here. Hey Vera, let me know what you guys think. Like, it's good to see you too, Candy. And sorry, I'm way up here, so it's hard to kind of see the comments, but all right. Then I'm going to put some rouge down. Okay. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Seriously, there's no right or wrong way to do this, guys. That's what all of the fun is for. Hey Tara. Thanks, Vera. Yeah, I've got tons of different blue colors. I'm just gonna go in with some turquoise now. Then we'll put some copper down. Okay. Okay. Right. We're going to what we call flooding, just circling what you've already got down. Okay. I'm going to do one over here as well after I've got this one blown out. So let me get my blow dryer real quick. Okay. So it works best if you've got this little attachment on there, so you can kind of focus your blowing action. One thing with your base paint is it allows the paint to flow better. So now I'm just going to use a straw so I can kind of focus where I'm blowing this paint. I'm loving this color combination. That I'm absolutely loving. Hey Macy. I almost don't even need to torch this, but because you're using air to, you know, move the paint around, that causes a lot of air bubbles in there. Also, you want your paint to be a little thinner than probably what I used. It flows better too that way, but oh well. we go. What do you guys think so far? Like, I know it's kind of far away, but hey Megan, hey Alex, hey Nikki. All right, so now I'm just gonna do kind of a stripe here. That is, you know, this is something that's super fun about painting, is there's no one way to do something. You do what works for you. And sometimes that's just playing as you go, you know? I may have to pause and mix a little more white. I'm hoping I don't, but we shall see. Hey, Amy. Yeah, I'm totally gonna have to make some more white paint. Dang it. That's fine, we'll let this sit for a minute here while I mix. Tell me what you guys are thinking. Like, have you ever painted before? Have you ever wanted to paint? It's just, I've always been somewhat artsy, you know, I've always enjoyed a variety of different art things. I used to like to draw. I haven't done that in a very long time. Need more than that. But I haven't really done much of it over the years. And so when Instagram, guys, it's kind of become my addiction. I will sit, it's a bad habit, but I will sit there and scroll and scroll and scroll through Instagram, finding different inspirations, and that's seriously where I came across this style of painting. I knew nothing of it before, and now I love it. When I first started doing this, guys, it was almost one a day for a full week, and my husband's like, what are you gonna do with all of these paintings? And I was like, I don't know. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20. I've got over 20 of them, guys, hanging around my house. The longest part of this, seriously, is the mixing part. It takes quite a while. But I am really happy with my color choices tonight. I am loving it. Alright, see, this is still super thick and chunky. Sorry. I need to keep mixing. And try not to mix it on top of the painting. Anybody doing anything fun for the holiday weekend? I know with COVID and everything, there definitely changes things up a little bit, but there's still ways to have fun. This is my fun right now. Husband's working, and so it's just Oliver and I. He's wishing I was playing with him right now instead, but we'll play after. Hey, Marcelo. Right. We're mixing some more paint. I ran out of white. Was not prepared. Like I said, I have not made too many of these big paintings. This is the biggest one so far. And I had a bigger cup when I mixed the black for that one. But I've got two much bigger paint canvases in my bedroom that I'm a little nervous to use, actually, guys. I need to just suck it up and do it, because it's so fun. It's freeing. Honestly, it's a nice therapy. It's distracting from life, you know? And you're working with your hands and creating something beautiful. And it may not be everybody's cup of tea, but there's somebody out there that's gonna like it, you know? And even if you're not doing it to sell it, that's fine. Like, I definitely didn't start this as a planning on, you know, selling or doing anything like that, but since I've made so many of them, I figure why not, right? Okay. Another reason you should always have your paints ready beforehand, so that your base is all the same consistency. So when you go to, you don't have to remake it. It may be thinner or thicker than the first time you made it. So, but like I said, trial and error, guys, right? Okay. Let me grab the hairdryer and let's blow this thing out. Table. Sorry guys, it's gonna shake a little bit. I scooped up some paint. I'm short, this is not working the best, but hey, we're making it work best we can, I guess. Move things over a little bit. I think that's about all we're gonna do for that, but let's torch it now. Pop some bubbles. Now if I hadn't put the silicone in the paint, I would not have had all of these cells, all of these bubbles or these circles and stuff in here. There might have been some, but definitely not as many as what we currently have. And sometimes by torching it, it helps them grow. You don't want to torch it too much though, because you don't want to burn the paint. Right. I feel like there we go. And another thing too, if there's a part of it that you don't like, swipe it off and start over. I mean, if there's parts that you do like, let's say I didn't like this half right here. I could just swipe this off, pour a little bit more paint, and try again. But I am gonna add a little more white over here, just to fill in the gaps a little bit. And then once this dries, it will level out. You always want to make sure that your painting surface is level though, otherwise it's going to shift. My very first painting that I did in that class down in Dallas, we put it in a like a throwaway tin pan, cooking pan, you know, and on the drive home it tilted and I lost my awesome design that I really liked actually, but oh well. It's a learning experience. And nothing is ever perfect in art, right? Or in life. I'm just making sure I don't have any blank spots over here on the edges. Like over here, need to fill in. And it does take, honestly, a couple days for this piece to dry, depending on how thick your paint is. Like some of these areas will probably be dry by tomorrow. Other areas may take a little bit longer. Like through here and through here, it's probably going to take a little longer to dry. Making a mess here. And a lot of the times I'll seriously just use the paint that's on the, that's, you know, dripped off to fill in any of my gaps. Alright. I think we're good there. Alright guys, what do you think? Is it a keeper? I'm pretty happy with it. My favorite part is this right over here. Okay, all my spots are filled. Well, thank you guys for joining and watching me create some art. There's a couple of things in here I want to try and get out of there. Like, I've got spots that I don't like, where the color just kind of blown out, real thin. But anyways, so I will post the picture later for you guys to see. And there's always areas where I'm going to be trying to adjust, but I think for the most part we like it. I try to make it look as organic as possible when I'm trying to blow things out, so it doesn't have these like blunt stops on it. So anyways, I'm getting off. It's already gone a long time anyways. Thank you all for joining. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye guys.